In this video, I could not be more happy because this is my first tow with my brand new 2023 Chevy Colorado truck.
Andre, thank you for your help today.
Yep.
I really appreciate it because Andre's going to help me tow my Volkswagen to the paint shop. And this is a real world first tow on your Colorado.
What's wrong with your Volkswagen?
Well, I'll show you. It's pretty bad. Look how bad this looks, Andre. The paint is literally just chipping away.
So we got to go to the paint shop.
Yeah. No.
But why can't you drive there?
Oh, you want to see the reason?
Yeah.
Because I took the engine out to send it off to get rebuilt.
What? There's nothing there?
Yeah, there's nothing there. So I'm going to need a little bit of help today, Andre, to tow this stranded bug.
So what's your goal with this? This is 1971, right?
Yeah.
Do you just want to make it just almost brand new? Is that your goal?
Yeah, I'd like it looking good. I'd like it to not be peeling paint all over.
Okay.
And in order to do that, we got to get it to the right people. And in order to do that, we're going to put the new Colorado through its paces.
But I don't have a winch on my trailer.
Well, we're going to have to get creative on loading this thing up. So this is the car hauler we are using today. And Andre is going to do his first hookup in his new truck. And we're going to see how is the hitch positioned, how are the safety chain loops positioned, how is the 7-pin positioned, and we're going to kind of get a good feel to see how GM did engineering this new truck. And maybe we can check out the camera and see how good the camera is.
That's right, Tommy, because my truck can tow up to 7,700 pounds.
It's a lot for a little truck.
And this trailer, so we're using our big techs today. This trailer weighs about, what, 3,300? Mm-hmm. And your VW weighs, what, 1,000 pounds?
Probably more, probably closer to 1,500.
But it has no engine.
Yeah, but it's still a convertible. It's a chunker.
So would you say this could be like a 5,000 pound tow?
I think that's about right.
All right, so let's hook it up.
All right, Andre, let's hook up.
Yes, well, not you and I. We're hooking up the trailer to the truck. So we're using, as always, our Gen Y hitches, right? They're very solid steel shank. They're height adjustable and very, very strong. Okay, so the first part of the hookup is done.
What size is the receiver, Andre?
That's a 2-inch. So this is a mid-size truck, of course, right? And this is kind of the king of towers in mid-size because it's, on paper at least, it's the highest rated, right? 7,700.
And that's interesting too, Andre, because this is the Trail Boss, right? This is the off-road truck. So does the Trail Boss package reduce the towing?
No, and that's kind of interesting. So I can get a little bit of both worlds. I can do a little bit of off-roading and also some towing. I think we're at a good height. So let me back up. So I am a little nervous because I only have about 541 miles on the clock. This truck is only about 10 days old. I just recently picked it up. But it's not a super high weight that we're towing, and also we're not going very far. So what is it? 40 miles maybe? Maybe 50? Let's check out the cameras. So I have oh, there's Tommy dancing. I don't have a surround view. I only have my trailering cams. Ooh, look at that. I can line up my ball to the trailer. Tommy is being very, very precise.
Ah, stop!
Is that good?
That looks great.
Okay. And there's a little bit of a zoom in. And once we get it connected, I'll show you my trailering app. So Tommy, look. So a lot of new trailers have these new Demco couplers.
Yeah.
So this can actually be down and it will latch by itself. See?
Wow, so you don't have to like push it up or down when you're
Nope.
latching?
But when you're unhooking, this has to be up.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so that's pretty handy.
So that way you can't accidentally drive off, or the idea is it's harder to drive off. Oh, that's pretty cool.
All right, so I'm hoping we're at the right height. We'll check it, of course. Let me do this.
Now, Andre, how many miles do you have on this truck?
I was just showing them 541.
Okay.
So it's may not be fully broken in, but we're also not doing heavy lifting here.
Not too heavy, right?
Not too heavy. This is why this is the first tow.
And I think people will be curious as to how the attachments are, the hookup points.
Yes, and this is kind of my big sticking point. Let me see. Are you still coming up there?
Yeah. Okay. I'm in the wrong direction. This is why I drive Volkswagen, Andres, and you drive Chevy trucks.
Okay.
There we go.
So here, I would prefer that the actual chain hookup would be somewhere close, right? Because I can't quite see it. It's kind of hidden. And I think it's done for off-roading, you know, so the departure angle is a little bit better. So it's not super, super great, but it's okay. It's okay. Okay, so let me hook up this chain. And then the breakaway cable, which is this kind of springy guy for safety. And now, you know what we can do? We can set it up inside the truck. All right, Tommy, so we're connected. And this is the first time I've tried the app on my truck. Look, it already came up because it could sense that something is plugged in.
Trailer detected.
Okay, so add new trailer. Trailer.
Oh, it's got trailer blind zone alert. Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's sweet. I don't have cruise control, but I have that. No, it's too soon. This is a 20-footer.
Max 30.
Well, actually, with the tongue, it's longer. So I'll call it 24-footer.
Okay.
Trailer blind zone is set. But now I want to actually, so I can test my lights. Is there a glare? Can you see that?
Yeah, we can see it.
I can start my light check. So it'll actually flash all my blinkers and
That's pretty
hazard
cool.
lights. We can check that in a second. Edit trailer length. No, we already did that. Brakes. I need to set up my brake controller. Unfortunately, it's by my left knee, so it's not super visible. So I need to increase my gain. And we're gonna start at about 5-ish. How about that?
Yeah, sounds great.
In the middle. And now, I also love this because it's counting my miles with this trailer.
And your fuel economy.
Yeah, and the reason why that's important, let's say you're using this trailer for about a year. You kind of want to know how many miles you put on your trailer tires, your trailer brakes, and that keeps track of it, which is great.
Or if you're a business and you need to keep track of the mileage you drive with the trailer,
Yeah.
that's a nice option too. That's pretty cool.
Can I rename this? Maybe not while moving, huh?
I think you probably could though, couldn't you?
I want to name this. Yes. This is our Big Tex 24. I'm so creative with my names. Okay, all right, let's figure out how to actually load the Beetle.
Well, it's tricky because this is a tilt trailer and we don't have a winch
Right.
and we also don't have an engine.
We have a come along, like manual winch, but it'll take us an hour to winch it up.
We also have a hill, Andre, and I think that gravity is going to be our friend today.
All right, let's use gravity.
I have to say, I do love that color. I think Andre chose pretty darn well with that yellow. I know it's a little controversial, but I think it's pretty cool. Keep it coming, Andre. You got like 7 feet, 6 feet, 4 feet slower, a little more, a little more. All right, stop there. That's good. It's not quite perfect. You want to come down here, Brendan?
What do you think?
Can we tilt it like 4 inches? Or should we go to a slightly steeper spot?
Or should I back up a little bit more?
Well, the issue is you were starting to climb.
Oh, my wheels are starting to climb.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could tilt it a bit. So watch. So we can release the tilt.
Okay.
So step on it. Is that too much of a ledge, you think?
No, I think it's probably fine for the car.
Will it stay that way? Yeah, it's staying.
Okay.
Well, we only get one chance at this.
Or what, it explodes?
Well, if it doesn't make it all the way forward, because I kind of want it to stop like right here.
The car's so light though, we could probably push it.
Maybe we could lift it actually. All right, Tommy, we're going back first.
Yep.
Okay,
Perfect.
and now we're gonna go forwards. Oh, this is easy.
I know, my friend, it's pretty light, huh?
It's like an afternoon stroll.
It's weird not having a gas pedal that does anything.
And actually, it's quiet. Is it electric?
Yeah, might as well be.
Okay, so we're gonna go kind of slowly. We have brakes, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's keep going.
Yep, ready.
Wait, I'm not ready. Okay.
We've got the power of one Russian ox, Andre.
Run Russian bear? Okay, I think you're lined up. You're good. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. And stop. Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, nice work, buddy.
It's so easy. Oh, gorgeous.
One issue with the tilt, though, Andre, is that these fenders are pretty tall.
Ooh, these are removable fenders, but your car is low.
Yeah.
Ooh, it came apart. No, no, Tommy, you need to do some body work.
Oh no. Good thing it's getting repainted anyways, folks.
All right, so I see you have one tow hook in the front,
Yep.
so we'll be using that. But in the back, we don't have any tow hooks right now.
I know.
So we could do a couple things. Currently, we don't have wheel straps. We cannot go through the wheel, but we can use some of the body attachment points with the rear trailing arm.
Okay.
So let's do that. Okay, can cut. So Tommy, we want to make sure these ratchet straps are properly done. So I like to think of it this way. So it bends this way, and the slot you could see here. So you start from the outdoors, because you're going kind of to the inside of the strap, and you go back out. And that's kind of so it can be wound easily and you don't get any issues later.
What'd you say? You start outside the house and you go inside the house?
Yeah, and then you come back outside. Because I like the outdoors. So you got to think about the outdoors.
Think about Andre outside.
Okay. Tommy, I learned this on TikTok. So you collect your line this way.
Yeah?
And then you go make a loop around. And then you start twisting. So it gets tighter and tighter and tighter until it becomes a bow.
Andre, you might be the only person ever to learn something on TikTok. that is a notable achievement. Hang on, come show me over here.
I think you're on the right path.
So
You're on the right path.
I make like a little hot dog.
Yeah, a little hot dog.
Okay.
Okay. So now you kind of you go around and you go back through the loop. I don't know if it makes sense. But now you see how you can turn it. It's hard to explain, which is amazing how TikTok did it. And you start turning it.
Whoa, look at that.
Okay, so I initiated a light test, and it's cycling through. See, the blinker is going. So now I know that the wiring is actually connected, and it looks everything proper. I had to wiggle the cable a little bit to resolve like a connection issue, and then I think we're good now. So far, the experience was mostly positive. But now I want to reset my trip meter because even though the trailering app measures it, I still want to measure that.
Okay.
But here comes the tricky part. It's hidden inside vehicle info. Then trip.
It's not in the middle?
Nope.
It's not in the center screen? Or in
I
the
can't control it here.
Wow.
There's nothing here I can control. So I have to go in here, I have to do this, and I have to reset one of the trips.
Interesting.
So that's not ideal.
It's kind of interesting that it's not in the cluster screen in front of the driver, but at least it does have the trip. So we're gonna find out at least, what our fuel economy looks like. Maybe not by the pump, but based on the computer.
Yeah.
What kind of fuel economy have you been getting, by the way, over the last 5
Well,
miles?
yeah, let me show you. Hold on, let me stop because this gravel road is bouncy. So if I go in here, and my best is 22.3.
Yep.
And this is actually coming here from the Boulder office.
Okay.
Because it's lower speeds, 45 to 50.
Yep.
And this is the best ever that I've seen. My average has been between 18 and 20. So this is not an efficiency truck.
No, it's clear.
It's got a 2.7 liter straight 4 turbo motor. I ordered the mid power output, which is 310 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. So it's a very strong torquey engine.
And if you wanted to, you could upgrade to the high output, right, after the fact?
Yep. I think it's only like $399
And
to get more torque.
They flash the truck is what it sounds like.
From the factory.
Yeah, and they give you more oomph.
More torques.
Well, Andre, we got a little bit of dirt driving here before we hit the road, and then we'll cut back and see how she's towing.
Yep. I want to test the power because I do have 2.7 liters of turbocharged goodness.
Whoa, smoking the tires,
Did you hear that?
Wow, that is some impressive power. Are you still foot down?
Yep. Now I'm at 60. I'm at speed limit.
And that was up a hill as well, and we are at a
Yeah.
mile above sea level, so that turbocharging really feels good up here.
It does feel good. I wouldn't say it's definitely not as quick as my previous truck, which was the F-150 hybrid, but it's still quite quick.
Now, one thing I am noticing, right? 2.7 liter 4-cylinder.
Yes,
That's a large displacement 4-cylinder.
it's pretty huge.
And the engine sounds a little bit coarse. It's not like a deep grumble that you might expect out of
No.
like a V8, but
No.
it's adequate.
No, and people tell me like Case was trying to make me feel better in the office, and also Ian said, and Nathan said the same thing. They said you could kind of hear the turbo whine outside.
Yeah, it's cool.
So that's a cool part of this engine. It's kind of sounds like a little bit more a performance-oriented machine.
And it sure goes like a stabbed rat when you get on that accelerator.
And this is
Andre.
kind of a rough paved highway because it's got expansion joints, right? And it's always kind of up and down, but I'm not feeling a lot of too much jiggle.
No, it feels pretty good. You know, it's a little bit more jiggly than I think it was unloaded.
Yes, it's a little bit more jiggly.
But overall, I'm pretty impressed in the transmission. This 8-speed is silky smooth.
Yeah, we'll see how it works because, that's why I bought this truck. I want to see how it goes over the long haul. By the way, these mirrors, they're normally great. They remind me of almost like a sporty appearance mirror, but they're a little small for towing.
Can you get a tow haul mirror on the new Colorado?
No,
You can't.
no. Because it's a mid-sized truck. Usually people don't prioritize towing for mid-sizers.
But we're talking about a mid-sized truck with nearly 8,000 pounds of towing capacity.
Yeah, and almost 400 pound-feet of torque.
Yeah, the power on this truck is insane. Now, based on what we've experienced, Andre, do you think you'd recommend going for the high output, or is the mid output going to be enough?
You know what? There's a difference of 40 pound-feet from 390 to 430, and I think I'm going to do a video about that. But I think it's adequate. I mean, I think this mid-grade engine is just great.
Now, the base engine, what does the base engine make, do you know?
So it has slightly different cooling, so it's not the same hardware on the base engine, and that's about 260 horsepower. So that's quite a bit less, and I would not recommend that engine for high elevation.
Yeah. But I have to say, the turbocharging up here makes such a huge difference. Accelerating in this compared to the old 3.6 Colorado,
Yeah,
huge difference.
because you got the low-end torque.
Yeah, you got the low end torque, and then what's nice about this engine too is a lot of like the smaller displacement turbos, like the 2-liter turbos that we see out of so many manufacturers, kind of make a big wallop of torque at the low RPM and then peter off toward the higher RPMs.
Yes.
This is a nice consistent pull throughout the rev range.
I would agree. And also kind of linear, right? There's not a lot of lag.
Yep.
It's kind of linear. And look, your bug is still following us.
Now this camera, Andre, can you leave that on or does it kind of go off after a few seconds?
Yeah, it's on. And I've noticed this is the new 2023 model year thing. I've noticed on other Silverados and other Colorados. So this is a cool feature.
Now this road is especially up and
Yeah,
down. and
we're
bumpy.
now getting jiggly.
Yeah, so when you get on kind of these big expansion joints, you definitely start to feel that kind of porpoising forward and backward. But it doesn't feel out of control, does it?
No. And they made this generation of the Colorado wheelbase a little bit longer. It's about 131.5 inches now. So it's 4 inches longer than before. And as soon as you make the wheelbase a little bit longer, you make it for a more stable towing machine.
Yeah, pretty cool. All right, guys, well, we'll update you in a little bit here as we get on the highway and see how the super high speed performance is.
Yes. Tommy, we got onto I-25 South, and we're at speeds between 70 and 75.
Yeah, and it feels really good. So once you got kind of off that bumpy road on a more traditional interstate, the truck is settled in. Any sway, Andre?
You know, once in a while I can feel a little bit of sway, so we may not have quite enough tongue weight on this trailer, but I think this truck is handling it great because the trail bus is a little bit wider, right, than other Colorado trucks. So I think it has that added stability, and I feel pretty comfortable.
Now, how do you like the position of the trailer brake controller to the left of the steering wheel?
I'm not in love with it because in most cases, my knee kind of covers it.
Okay.
On my left knee. I would have preferred it being somewhere in here, either on the dash or on the console, but having it by the left knee is not really good.
Now, I'm also noticing too, you have a lot of information on the gauge cluster. Talk me through some of the gauges you got there.
Yeah, I love this. So actually my transmission temp, which is on the left here, it's not digital, it's just kind of a bar, right? But it's always there. I can see how my transmission is doing, and it's always just above half on temperature as far as gauge. I have fuel, I have oil, temperature, and coolant temps all in one place, which I love.
That's great, and they're always on the screen, so
Yeah.
even if you change it at the middle, because you can change like the tack, you can go to fuel economy, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But the actual gauges are there. And in terms of RPM, what are we rolling at 70 miles an hour?
Let me get to 70. Oh, we're about 2200, I would say,
Okay.
which is relatively high RPM. Maybe it's 7th gear?
You think it's not an eighth? Is there any way to tell? Does it show you the gear position?
No, it does not, but I can do this.
Yeah. 5,
Wait,
6, 7.
wait.
No, it's at like 2600. Oh, probably 7.
7th, 8th. It isn't 7th.
Yeah, it seems to be holding 7.
Yeah.
Interesting. Now you do have manual gear selection on the shifter. Any paddle shifters in this truck?
No, but I do have buttons on the back for volume control and station control.
Okay.
So for a basic truck, and at the end I'll tell you the price.
Right.
For kind of a basic four-wheel drive mid-size truck, it has a few options which are nice.
And in terms of the tow haul mode, are we in the tow haul setting?
Yeah, and there's a knob here. So we have been in tow haul mode, and
Show you that screen.
there.
Nice.
Oh look, it's like a fall day in the Rockies.
Yeah, nice little graphic there. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool. So obviously this test, right, is not really pushing the extreme of this truck, but it still is pretty new, under 600 miles. And we didn't want to run it up the Ike quite yet, so we're just doing kind of a little preliminary test.
Yeah, and the Ike is coming.
The Ike is coming. Be
Oh,
sure
we need
stay
to
tuned.
exit.
Yeah, we got to exit up here.
All right.
Passing power at the speed feels pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not even pushing this truck yet.
Yeah, the power is just insane.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
power
this is like full-size truck power from a couple years ago.
from a small truck.
Yeah. All right, Andre, we've been towing for some time. The little Volkswagen holding on strong. And
Yes.
We're almost to the body shop here in Brighton, Colorado.
Okay, and this tells me we went 44.2 miles with an average of 13.3 mpg. Well, this is a first tow. I mean, that number doesn't seem too terrible. Let me check our tow page.
Better or worse than you expected, Andre?
No, it's probably on the money.
This says 12.7.
Aha.
No one disagrees. So right around 13 mpg.
Yeah.
And of course, in future videos, we'll be sure to test that number with the pump, right, Andre?
Yeah, and also with a different profile of the trailer.
Sure.
So this bug is pretty aerodynamic.
But just as a first tow, I'm pretty impressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this could be a little bit better, but for a mid-sized truck that usually don't even have brake controllers, I think this is quite impressive.
Yeah, I mean, when you consider you have nearly 400 pound-feet of torque for how much do you pay for this truck?
41,000 buckaroos.
It's pretty darn good. Just keep going, Brendan.
Yeah, it's this white house here on the left.
The White House on the left. Yeah, Andre, I'm pretty gobsmacked by the price and the value for how much towing you get when you consider our stubby truck, Ram 1500, was like 37, and that has a cloth everywhere, 2 doors, only tows 5,000 pounds. It seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm so far I'm really happy. The next towing video must be the Ike, though.
I agree.
I think so.
Well, guys, let us know what you think. This has been Tommy
And Andre.
and Brendan, Camera Wizard today.
Thank you.
See you on the next video.